Welcome to the New Wealth Wave podcast hosted by Dr. Joaquin Wallace. We're diving deep into the intricate layers of the 7-stage generational wealth model to offer invaluable insights on legacy building, wealth accumulation and preservation, and financial growth across generations. I'm Dr. Joaquin Wallace, and this is the New Wealth Wave podcast. Hey, future wealth builders, you're tuned in to the New Wealth Wave podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Joaquin Wallace, and today, we're riding the wave into stage 2 of the generational wealth model. I invite you to visit drjwallace.com to download the generational wealth model to follow along. In this episode, we're diving deep into the financial genetic code. We're going to start off with breaking the cycle, taking directorial control of your financial saga. Now, if you've ever found yourself stuck in paralysis by analysis or toggling between risk aversion and spending, it's time to look at the blueprints of your financial genetic code. These patterns are not random. They're shaped by the experiences we discussed in stage 1, which now resonates in our financial decision-making and behaviors, leading to financial anxiety and trauma. So, let's define our term of the day, financial genetic code. While not explicitly named by financial psychologists like Brad Klontz and Ted Klontz, it's a concept that resonates with their research. They've shown how our money scripts, those core beliefs formed during our internal and external ecosystem discussed in stage 1, follow us into adulthood, steering our financial lives, sometimes unto uncharted territories. As we navigate into stage 2, those memories garnered from stage 1 have been engraved in our mental database. These recollections lay the foundation of your financial genetic code. Imagine these formative financial episodes as your Oscar-worthy performances, delivered by the custodians of your early financial world, those appointed to guide you, like your parents, siblings, aunts, or uncles, whom I described in stage 1 as your initial financial fiduciaries. These significant individuals have played a crucial role in shaping your financial beliefs and actions, whether by their guidance or warnings. Their impact on your life has been so profound that they have become part of your memories. We revisit their influence not to relive the past, but to review and revise your financial genetic code as necessary so that your future is not a mere repetition of the past. We're not practicing rinse and repeat. The goal is to evolve and grow to avoid repeating the same mistakes. As the saying goes, doing the same thing repeatedly while expecting different results is the definition of, you guessed it, insanity. The goal now is to break the cycle. Imagine withdrawing the acclaim and the ongoing royalties from these performances, freeing ourselves from their influence. By doing so, we reclaim the script of our financial story, moving from passive audience members to directors of our financial destinies. Let's dive deeper into both financial anxiety and trauma. This condition transcends a mere lack of financial literacy. It's a byproduct of the psychological patterns imprinted on us by our experiences. These patterns manifest in what we refer to our money script. To understand how these scripts shape our financial behaviors, listen to episode 1, where we explore the concept of learned helplessness and its detrimental effects on our financial decision-making. Building upon this, there are 4 distinctive types of money scripts that individuals may subconsciously follow. Number 1, money avoidance. These beliefs demonize money, often viewing wealth as a source of corruption or evil. Individuals with this script may subconsciously sabotage their financial success because they believe that money is bad and they do not deserve it. This concept can be quickly attributed to self-sabotage, which is discussed in my previous book entitled Welfare to Work, a practitioner's perspective on how to develop and implement a successful welfare to work program. Number 2, money worship. This script is based on the conviction that money can solve all problems and that happiness can be bought. People with a money worship script may feel they need more money and are always seeking more, often at the expense of their well-being and relationships. I'm sure we know a few people that fall into that category. Number 3, money status. This financial narrative intertwines one's sense of personal value and one's financial valuation. Those who subscribe to this paradigm often measure their worth by their wealth, striving to showcase their prosperity to secure self-esteem and approval from their peers. Such behavior can lead to spending more than what is financially prudent, all in the pursuit of sustaining an illusion of grandeur. This mindset echoes the societal and self-esteem needs described by Abraham Maslow and is reflected in stage 1 of the generational wealth model, both internal and external ecosystem. Here, we recognize that wealth defined by comparison, such as keeping up with the Joneses, is not an authentic marker of wealth, but a transactional facade. And finally, number 4, money vigilance. Those with this script are highly cautious and secretive about their finances. They may be overly frugal or anxious about spending, always prepared for financial misfortune. While this script can lead to responsible financial management, it may also result in excessive worry and a reluctance to enjoy the benefits of one's resources. Understanding these scripts is crucial as they can lead to financial behaviors that may not align with our goals or values, often resulting in financial anxiety. By recognizing which scripts we're following, we can rewrite our financial story to support our financial well-being, which is stage 5 of the generational wealth model. Financial anxiety can be paralyzing, leading us to excessive saving, investment fears, or ignoring our finances altogether. It's not about the numbers in your account that cause this. It's the emotional and psychological weight money holds over us. In this case, you can be a prisoner within the moment. In my practice, I've witnessed how these financial stresses often spring from deeper needs. As Abraham Maslow suggests, they can be amplified by a sense of powerlessness or cultural legacies that were never chosen. This can lead to the walls-in phenomenon, a psychological barrier that locks us in place, financially and professionally. Now, let's talk about the neuroscience of financial stress, understanding the amygdala and hippocampus. As we venture into the concept of financial trauma, the expertise of Dr. Galen Buckwater and Ted Klontz becomes our GPS. Financial trauma isn't just a term. It's a profound psychological condition that can manifest as an overwhelming fear of financial devastation, a pervasive insecurity about one's economic future, or a deeply ingrained belief that a financial upheaval is plausible. Similar to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, financial trauma afflicts our financial well-being, gripping our financial consciousness with past shadows and suspicions. This journey into our financial subconscious must acknowledge the intricate workings of our brain, the masterful neural muscle that intricately weaves together our emotions and memories, especially regarding money. Key players in this internal drama are the amygdala and the hippocampus, regions that play roles in emotional processing and memory retention. These areas can propel us into a fight-or-flight mode in response to financial crisis. As illuminated by Hugh Massey in Financial DNA, the amygdala can hijack our rational thinking in the face of financial threats, leading to panic-driven decisions or paralysis. Conversely, the hippocampus can serve as a wise mentor, allowing us to draw upon past financial experiences, both triumphs and defeats, to inform better decisions for the future. As we revisit the psychological principles discussed in stage 1, let's recall Richard Thaler's concept of mental accounting and nudge theory. These ideas delve into how we mentally segregate and interact with our resources. Mental accounting refers to the often irrational compartments we create for our money, leading to inconsistent financial behaviors, such as treating a tax refund as a windfall rather than a return of earnings. Thaler's nudge theory suggests that subtle prompts can effectively steer us towards more advantageous financial behaviors, often without conscious awareness, and can counteract the amygdala's emergency alarms. By understanding these mental frameworks and the underlying neuroscience, we can begin to navigate and heal from financial trauma. It's about recognizing our patterns, questioning our learned behaviors, and adjusting our financial mindset. In doing so, we embrace the power of neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself, by forging new, positive financial behaviors that can lead to resilience and prosperity. In conclusion, we have investigated the complexities of financial anxiety and trauma. We've unearthed the profound impact of our psychological and emotional frameworks on our financial behaviors. This understanding lays the groundwork as we transition into stage 3 of our generational wealth model, titled Financial Healing, which focuses on reprogramming our financial genetic code. In stage 2, we delved into the intricate role of neuroscience in shaping our financial behaviors, highlighting that our brains are not just organs of thought, but also the architects of our financial destiny. The neural pathways within our brains, influenced by regions like the hippocampus and amygdala, govern our emotional and memory-based responses to money. Recognizing how these responses manifest in our financial decisions is crucial as we move forward. As we approach stage 3, we focus on the transformative process of reprogramming our financial genetic code. This stage is about more than modifying superficial behaviors. It's about reconditioning the neurological responses to our financial environment. This reprogramming is a cornerstone in cultivating financial empowerment and laying the foundation for generational wealth. As we gear up to navigate the complexities of stage 3, a deliberate pause for self-examination can reveal the undercurrents of financial anxiety and trauma. To aid in this discovery, consider the following 6 probing questions that can help identify these underlying triggers. And now, I understand we do have a little homework, but the homework is important as we move forward and prepare for stage 3. Our discussion will spotlight these issues and lay the groundwork for a strategic roadmap to financial well-being, a sort of GPS for success. Here are the questions to contemplate. Now, grab a pen and paper and we can start on the questions. Question 1. Recent financial turbulence. Can you pinpoint any financial occurrences in the near past that heighten your stress or anxiety levels? Question 2. Emotional climate during financial decisions. What emotions typically surface for you in financial contexts, and do any feelings intensify during these moments? Question 3. Shadows of financial history. Are there specific financial episodes from your past that seem to have a lingering effect on your present financial decision-making? Question 4. Recurrent financial behaviors. Can you observe any consistent patterns in your financial conduct that may have roots in earlier life experiences? Question 5. Physical and psychological signals. Do you encounter any noticeable physical or emotional symptoms when you think about or actively manage your finances? And number 6, trauma and financial loss. Have you experienced a financial setback that left you feeling powerless or trapped in a way that might resemble a trauma response? As we transition into stage 3, we'll introduce exercises and strategies to aid in this healing process. It's a journey towards recognizing and breaking free from negative financial patterns and writing a new narrative. Join me as we step into the transformative phase of healing, where we'll learn to align our financial decisions with our deepest values and aspirations. This is where we start to reprogramming our financial genetic code, making conscious choices that will lead us to the goal of financial well-being in stage 5. It's a path that requires us to embrace the discomfort of self-discovery and change. Together, we'll navigate this path, moving beyond past limitations and towards a future of financial well-being as we navigate towards stage 6, generational knowledge, ultimately creating financial footprints to generational wealth in stage 7. Remember, this transformation is not just about learning to manage money. It's about mastering the emotional and cognitive aspects that drive our financial lives. Let's take this step forward on our transformative journey. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that understanding your financial genetic code is essential in building generational wealth. It's a journey of self-discovery, learning, and breaking free from limiting patterns. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into stage 3 of the generational wealth model, financial healing, where we are reprogramming our financial genetic code. Until then, keep riding the wave of financial freedom and success. And remember, generational wealth begins with generational knowledge. Okay, future wealth builders, I will see you on the New Wealth Wave podcast. Thank you for joining us on the New Wealth Wave podcast, hosted by Dr. Joaquin Wallace. Our show is edited and produced by Ray Haycraft. To dive deeper into the world of financial wisdom and learn how to create your financial footprints, head to our website at www.drjwallace.com. For more updates and exclusive content, connect with us on social media by searching Dr. Joaquin Wallace. And if you have questions and comments, feel free to email us at thenewwealthwavepodcast@gmail.com. Remember, generational wealth begins with generational knowledge. And as always, thanks for listening. The content presented in this podcast is strictly for educational purposes and should not be taken as investment advice. The views and opinions expressed by our guests may not necessarily reflect those of the New Wealth Wave podcast and its host or producers. Listeners are urged to exercise discretion and judgment before making any financial or investment decisions. Always consult with a financial professional or advisor before taking any action based on the content of this podcast. If you're enjoying the New Wealth Wave podcast, we appreciate if you leave us a review. We're always open to topic suggestions and guest recommendations. Feel free to reach out to us directly with your thoughts and feedback. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the New Wealth Wave podcast.